for being here. My name is Matt West with Professional Bull Riders, and we are so excited to officially kick off the 2024 PBR Unleash the Beast World Finals here in the historic Fort Worth Stockyards. This arena, this venue has been home to so many iconic and legendary moments in Western sports history, and we truly believe that we will add to that historical significance here in the next few days, because it is a much different look to the World Finals than in years past. In this edition, the historic Fort Worth Stockyards, home to the first two phases of a three-phase road to a world title. What does all of that mean? Well, tomorrow night, the 40 best bull riders in the sport will be here battling it out for an opportunity to advance from here in the Cowtown Coliseum to our championship weekend at AT&T Stadium. But it's not just the bookends of here at AT&T Stadium. On the road to Arlington, there are more moments and more opportunities for bull riders to compete in this venue, because outside of the top 15 at the conclusion of our first 4 rounds, the rest of those top 40 qualifiers will have one more chance in a 2-round battle Wednesday and Thursday to fight their way back to AT&T Stadium. So all of that in a nutshell says that where we all started this PBR journey here in this arena, now the newest and maybe the biggest opportunity for bull riders to continue that road and that path to success continues to come right back where it all started. So a lot to talk about here today and in the coming weekends, obviously, but to do more of that and to officially welcome everybody, I'd like to welcome the CEO of the Professional Bull Riders, Mr. Sean Gleason.
In 2021, we were invited to come down and have conversations with the Stockyards Heritage Group about getting involved in this building. The first day that I walked in here was the first day that I started planning for the PBR to host a marquee major event in this building. This site was at the end of a long, dusty trail for a lot of cowboys, and they created their dreams here. They wanted to realize their dreams in this building. 1908. There is no place on the planet that screams cowboy more than Cowtown Coliseum. And our cowboys are going to have the same opportunity. At the end of a long, dusty trail across this country, they're going to have a chance to prove it here in Cowtown Coliseum, to move on and make it to AT&T Stadium, where we'll crown our world champion. Bigger is not always better. With that being said, at AT&T Stadium, where we sit presently, it will be the most attended PBR World Finals in our history, regardless of the number of performances and the number of rounds of competition that we have. But it starts here. It starts on this hallowed dirt in Cowtown Coliseum, where the top bull riders in the world are going to have to prove it to move on. And I believe that we're going to see some of the rankest, most intense bull riding in the history of the PBR on this dirt, because these guys know that in order to ride for the big bucks the next weekend, they've got to prove it on this dirt. We're proud of what we've accomplished here in this venue. As you look around, you see that we've brought a lot of contemporary entertainment tools into this building: video, sound, lights. It's gone through a pretty significant renovation to bring it up to standards that are expected by the consumer today. But we haven't taken away 1 ounce of the historic charm that is in this building. And I believe that when our fans come in here to experience the PBR, it's going to be similar to those that experienced rodeo for the first time in this building in the early 1900s. And I also believe that it's going to bring back memories from PBR's very first event in this building. This is the site where the PBR was born. I'm proud to be here. We're excited about this. And let's get the PBR World Finals started. This is the official kickoff. And I'd like to bring up Councilman Flores to say a few words. We appreciate the partnership with the City of Fort Worth, and these guys have done many, many things to make sure that we feel at home here. We're going to be here for a long time.
Good morning, y'all. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really great today. And why is that? Because our partnerships keep Fort Worth on the forefront of activities and special events. PBR is one of them. Bar none, I think it's the premier bull riding event. That's my personal opinion. I'm sure a lot of these gentlemen share that as well. But it's here in Fort Worth. It's here, it starts here in the Stockyards, historic Stockyards. So for the next 2 weeks, PBR is going to be showing you an exciting program involving bull riding. Now, for those that haven't tuned in before, we invite you to do that over the course of the next 2 weeks, because you will be surprised of the skill levels and professionalism that those bull riders employ every single competition. And that attracts people. That attracts people not just to Fort Worth, but also to our partner cities over in AT&T Stadium. So I would encourage all of you to take some time, learn about PBR, and learn about our bull riding, because it is just that. And it's part of our local history. So, the PBR World Finals were here. And Fort Worth looks forward to continuing to be that partner with PBR folks. Because again, partnerships is what makes Fort Worth, Texas very special. So without further ado, I want to call up to the podium part of our partners, Jason Sands, with the Fort Worth Sports Commission. Jason.
Thank you, Councilman Flores. Fort Worth is quickly becoming a premier sports destination, and we're so excited to officially launch the PBR World Finals today. It's without question that bull riding is in the DNA of Fort Worth. Just this past October, our very own Texas Rattlers won the Team World Championships for PBR, and in just 10, 11 short days, one single bull rider will be announced a world champion. It's a special moment when the sport is able to bring their biggest event back to its roots, and that's what's going to happen here this weekend at the Cowtown Coliseum. A special thanks to Sean Gleason for his vision and leadership in bringing the finals and these 2 weeks of bull riding to Fort Worth. We also like to extend a big thank you to his amazing team. You know, it's one thing to have the vision, it's another thing to execute that vision. The team does a fantastic job. We've really enjoyed working with them. They do a great job. We'd also like to thank our partners here in the Stockyards, from Greg Cavalier to Tim Long to Ethan Cartwright to Dina Noel. When we talk about teams, one of the things that makes Fort Worth so special is the amazing team that we have here in Fort Worth. And when you take this great team and combine it with PBR, special things are bound to happen, and that's what you're going to find here over the course of the next week and a half. On behalf of all of our hospitality partners, our corporate community leaders, our elected officials, our city as a whole, we'd like to extend a heartfelt welcome to the PBR bull riders, to their families, and to all the fans that are going to be here over the course of the next week and a half. It's going to be a fantastic, action-packed couple weeks here in the Stockyards and AT&T Stadium. We're really excited to host everybody. We know it's going to be a great experience for all. So we're excited to get things going, and let's get started. Thank you very much.
Gentlemen, thank you for being here this morning, and thank you for everything you've done to help us bring this event back to the Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area, and specifically here where we're going to kick it all off. You know, Sean mentioned that next weekend at AT&T Stadium it will be the most highly attended PBR World Finals event in the history of this organization, and now over 3 decades. I'd like to add to that just a little bit and talk about an incredible season, regular season of record-setting events in every single city. Every single market we've been to, we have just been welcomed more and our incredible team that works tirelessly behind the scenes. You saw them when you came in here this morning. They are working at a feverish pitch to make sure this place is ready for all of our consumers that step in here tomorrow night. There's ticket buyers that are ready to watch the best bull riders in the world. And I'd also like to say thank you to all the members of the media, not just here this morning, but around the world that have continued to cover these incredible athletes and continue to help us spread the word of what this sport truly is at the core of everything that these athletes are. I think it's fitting that you bring up the character because they are truly Cowboys, and I'm more proud of the character of the locker room that we have right now than ever before in our sports history. With that being said, they are the most incredible athletes in the world, in my opinion. They're the toughest, bravest, most courageous human beings that I've ever come in contact with, and the culmination of an incredible regular season, a record-setting season, and a breakthrough season, not just for our bull riders, but for our bulls as well. We'll get to that in just a couple of moments, but part of the reason that fans continue to tune in each and every week, every city we go to, are these three gentlemen, and for different reasons. I want to introduce you to three very key players in our World Finals. I want to start with three-time world champion Silvano Alves, who will be competing at his 15th consecutive PBR World Finals. First of all, talk to me about that, Silvano. How special is that? 15 in a row, and you're still doing it at the highest level.
Well, it's very important for me, for my career. I'm glad for my career because God gave me opportunity for 15 finals straight. I'm very happy for an organization like Corey and the Black Ball work. And just PBR started here. I'm back here for my 15 finals. You know, I'm just going to Brazil and just watch on the video and TV, and now I'm right out this stuff here right now.
And your home here in the United States is just down the road in Decatur. So to be able to make that short drive here to the Stockyards and then AT&T Stadium, to be able to bring your family, how special is that to know that it's all going to happen right here close to home?
Yeah, very special because I show everything for my family, for my kids growing, not just enough for my family, for all the future for the bull ride is great.
Silvano has done something that only one other athlete in this organization has ever been able to accomplish, and that is win 3 PBR world titles. Adriano Moraes and Silvano Alves, obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer in everyone's books. Congratulations on finals number 15, and let's make some more memories in the next couple of weeks.
Thank you everybody, thank you Sean, thank you PBR, thank you all the legend guys for doing this for us. If you guys don't do this, no PBR, you know. For us.
Well said, champ. Well said. You know, we talk a lot about the best bull riders in the world, week in and week out. And the guys that founded this organization had one belief, and that was you prove that by bringing in the best animal athletes on the planet. And they have continued to do that. And one of the gentlemen that own the #1 bull in the world is a gentleman by the name of Gene Owen from Big Cat, Oklahoma. Gene, you along with Jane Clark, own this incredible athlete we know as Man-Hater, the #1 bull in the world, on his way to potentially becoming the next Yeti World Champion bucking bull. How special is this bull to you, to Jane, and to your families?
Well, I get up every day and I just thank Jesus that I have this bull in this life that he's allowed me to live. I get to do what thousands of people dream about. Me and Cody was talking earlier, and we met here in this building in 1979. I didn't remember it. I remember the coming to the event and stuff, but it's pretty cool to get to come back and bring a bull like that. I'm thankful that Alpine's trusted me and sold him that bull, sold him to Jane, and we've rested him and we've done everything we can to make him better and to get him to this point. It's up to him now to finish the season.
This bull has become a marquee name in our sport. We've seen this bull all over the country. He's been watched all over the world. But now to be able to bring that bull here to where this organization started and in a much different arena at AT&T Stadium. What are your thoughts coming into this week?
Well, he's been from New York to Los Angeles, so it's pretty cool that he gets to come here and then to finish the season at AT&T. It's a night and day difference on size. the little building, I think would be to the Bulls' advantage. When you get to AT&T, it's so humongous. We never know what's going to happen. You know.
And that is the story for this year's World Finals, but we do know there are going to be moments that will live in our sports history forever. The gentleman to your left is a part of the fabric of this organization's history, one of the founding members. He is a Ring of Honor recipient, a Texas Cowboy Hall of Famer, and in 1993, when the very first PBR event took place in this venue, he was crowned the winner. Cody Lambert, we are back where it all began. You were the first winner in this venue at a PBR event, and now to help bring it all back here. What's going on in your mind?
It had that kind of feeling back then in '93. This building had been around nearly 100 years then, and it's the center of the universe as far as bull riding and rodeo is concerned. And every legend in the sport has ridden here. Every single one of them, from the guys that we read about when we were little kids to the guys that Silvano or the younger bull riders that are riding today grew up watching on TV. They've all come through here. Gene and I were talking about a story that in 1979 they had a weekly PRCA rodeo here, and we drew the same bull. It was the first time I've ever met Gene, and he rode him and I didn't. I remember that, he did, and I have to tell him every time. We've all been hit in the head a few times since then, but this place right here, I brought my team here one time last year and explained to them that this is where bull riding started. This is where bull riding was actually invented, and it's where the PBR had our very first all PBR sanctioned event, and it was a big deal to us as PBR founders. It was a big deal to me that I wanted.
It's a big deal to all of us that we have the opportunities afforded to us because of the decisions that you and those other gentlemen made back in the early 90s. You now coach the next generation of bull riding athletes as a part of the Texas Rattlers. When you look at PBR teams, the World Finals here at the AT&T Stadium, the growth over 3 decades, how proud are you of what you guys started and where it has evolved to?
Well, it feels like we never stopped, and I'm really proud of it, but it feels like every day we've got to try to do better. And so, yeah, I've been so fortunate to get to be a part of it from day one all the way through, even though now I don't work for the PBR, but I'm around the PBR all the time, and coaching the team in PBR leagues is actually my dream job. Other than riding bulls, is going to be the greatest job I ever had.
Well, we certainly appreciate the opportunities that you gave to all of us in the PBR family. We look forward to the continuation of the Texas Rattlers, who were crowned the champions last season, and it is a daily grind. And Sean, our team continues, our family continues to build and continue to try to grow this organization for the sport and the recognition that these athletes, both animal and human, deserve, and we wouldn't be able to do it without incredible partners. So thank you all for being here this morning. Thank you all for being here this morning. I truly believe this is going to be the biggest and best World Finals in our history. Stay tuned. It is going to be a wild ride, but ultimately it all starts here tomorrow night with the 40 best bull riders in the world, where it all began in 1993. Here we are. This is the 2024 PBR Unleash the Beast World Finals, and it starts this weekend. Thank you for being here. We look forward to an incredible journey to the next PBR World Champion.